looks like we've got some people here. Hello, everyone. Uh, I didn't actually think I was going to make another one of these today, but I figure I might as well go ahead and do so. You know, I've said for a long time, as you know, my motto on my channel here on YouTube is the intelligence community is our most dangerous domestic enemy. And within that, I also include, of course, the military industrial complex and all of it. And certainly the Pentagon and the FBI, et cetera, et cetera. You also know that I don't have a whole lot of respect for President Trump for a lot of reasons. I'm not going to go into those now. I said even earlier today, if you think he's going to be your savior, you're deceived. He's the one that set a lot of this in motion. But by the same token, I think it's important to realize that there's no honor amongst thieves, and there are different factions in the New World Order and in the thuggery that we see infiltrating and permeating and polluting our governments. And just because they fight against each other doesn't make one better than the other. As a matter of fact, they're usually both. All parties actually are all corrupt and evil and criminal and all of that. I was going to say some other things, but I won't. But you also know that I've talked about the dangers of our flag officers, our general officers, our admirals, and our generals. That I have not had any trust in them now. Well, even before I left the military, I had some problems with them because I knew they were political animals, more concerned with their positions of power, getting the next star, making sure that they play the game so that they get a nice cushy job with some arms company. I better not name any of them, so that they can continue grifting American people in the world. I can't even tell you who the last good general was. Some people would probably say Schwarzkopf, but I'm not even sure about that, but I won't disparage him. I never worked for him. But I will say that almost all the generals who made it through the Obama purges were suspect to me, and I could see it. I saw it when I was at the Command and General Staff College and the War College, where they were going. And I didn't know them personally, most of them that I know of anyway, but the frame of mind that was there at the time, I could see it. And then these guys came out of those year groups. So here we are. And again, like I said, you know, I have no trust in Trump. He's sold us down the drain too, and I'm not going to be here arguing with any of you about it. I'm just going to just make the statement, and I'll just stick to it for now. But this whole thing with General Milley, that gluttonous pig, and I don't mind calling him that. He's no, I don't care what his situation is. As I told you before, General Eisenhower had what, five ribbons on his jacket, and here we've got a frickin' Christmas tree on Milley's chest, and it doesn't mean a damn thing because they take care of each other. He may have been in special forces, he may have been into some things, but I'll tell you what, just his physical appearance shows that he's a damn leader, and he hasn't ever been, as far as I'm concerned. And that goes for all of those general officers, with a few exceptions, which I can't even name right now. So that's what we've got. So here we have a situation where, you know, he stood up against the commander in chief, and not on things that mattered, but because he was playing political games, because his real love is the New World Order and Obama and all of that, which Trump again was all for, as we've seen. He still hasn't come out against the GMIs because those are his baby, right? But Milley going to the Chinese, oh my goodness. And the link is in the description box below to Reuters, the story, and that's not even as complete as it could be. Now we've got to ask ourselves, who in the hell allowed the Chinese to get into our personnel files and to get all the information on our operatives and on our soldiers. Who really did that? Who really provided them with the ability to do that? Who helped the Chinese? Not just Obama and the Clintons, but who helped the Chinese to obtain access to our most secure networks and to penetrate our electronic defenses on the West Coast and to get into some of our most sensitive positions? And here we are with the DoD that's been helping to supply money to this entire situation going on in the world right now with this supposed health problem. Ladies and gentlemen, we've been sold out on so many levels, and it just, I hate to say it, but I've been vindicated time and time again. Am I 100% correct? No. But I'm not gonna sit here and candy coat anything like these traitors do and these ungodly people. And am I pissed off today? You better believe it. Because it's guys like that that got promoted, not the guys that were really decent. Look what they did to Lieutenant Colonel Scheller in the Marine Corps, because he tried to call him out. If Milley didn't like what Trump did, oh, okay, yeah, I'll have an argument with him. But going to China, wow. And you can bet there are others. Look how they've equipped the Taliban. Our government's saying that the Taliban, at least the Republican side, is still saying the Taliban's the greatest problem that we have. Well, then you know who they've sold out to. They've already sold out to the Chinese. The Taliban are a mosquito compared to the Chinese. And then on top of that, Milley handed over Bagram Air Force Base over there in Afghanistan and literally equipped the Taliban army to make it the fourth largest army in the third world now. Yeah. It's just like I said. And it's not going to get any better, ladies and gentlemen, not under Biden. And even if Trump does get back in, it's not going to get any better, because this is all by design. I told you about the 1850s things that I read, and it's all come down almost exactly as those documents called for. Even though they didn't know of the technologies and things that we would have today, they had a pretty good idea of where this was going. And here we are. And I'm out here at the golf course today. You're probably wondering why I'm not showing my face. A few of my friends know why. About 6 years ago, I had to go in and have some things cut off of my face and stuff, and makes me look like a leper. So I'll just be honest with you. And I didn't show my face then either until the very end when I was pretty much healed up. Well, right now I look almost as bad. I have to do this about once every 5 or 6 years. And I won't give you the background information on why, but let's just say it's not because I have some weak genetics or some difficulty in my immune system. It was because of some things that happened a long time ago. And that's all I'll say about it. Anyway, I hope you're enjoying the scenery here. This is called Stone Bridge, and it's down in the Salt Lake Valley, as you can probably tell. It's a very nice course, and I've played it several times, and I enjoy it. It's a little, to be honest with you, it's a little advanced for me, but it's a fun walk. You run into the geese and the ducks and the birds and the other things here, so it makes it kind of good. All right, I just wanted to cover this thing with General Milley again and say, sweet vindication, but it's a bitter sweet, because it really tells you how corrupt we are and how many in this country are going along with this nonsense today. What is it? They're saying that something like 50 to 60% of the people have submitted themselves to this program, and you know what I'm talking about? Really? And a lot of these people here are probably some of those. I wouldn't doubt it a bit, because they're more concerned about their pleasures than they are about what's right and wrong. Because they don't know, I don't think, or if they do, they just throw it away for the next golf game or the next beer or the next NFL game or their job or whatever. They don't think about the consequences even to their posterity anymore. Instead of being out here on the golf course, we should all be downtown storming through the streets. But they won't do it. And don't say, well, Roy, why aren't you down there? I've done that. If anybody who's been on my channel, you know I have. But this entire thing that's going on now, and the revelation of what General Milley has done, he should be arrested right now, taken away in handcuffs and leg irons, brought before a military tribunal, be tried in a military court, and then turn around and tried in a regular court as well for treason, because that's exactly what he did. All right, I've moved my jaws enough for now. I'll be done. We have nobody in this government we can trust. As I said, even Rand Paul's not saying enough. There should be counters on all of these things that are happening right now, and all they do is sit on their thumbs. I won't get any more illustrative than that. But it's where their thumbs are that's really indicative of what's happening, and then they're going to turn around and stick those same things back in us. I can get pretty vulgar. All those years in the military and the police and all that. I got to tell you, before I go, when I first went in the military, military police officers are pretty well respected. They're basically the commanding general. They represent the commanding general of the post. So I never really had to cuss at anybody. They usually did exactly as I told them. And if they didn't, my guys would go over and beat the shit out of them. So I never really had to cuss, but when I got on the police department, I tried to deal with people the same way, and I've told the story before. They didn't take me seriously until I started using four-letter words, and then they knew I was serious. So I'm kind of in the habit a little bit now, especially when I get mad. All right. So now you know about everything I've been telling you about these general officers, and really, at this point, many of the field grades too, and the upper NCO ranks. You saw what the sergeant major of the Army said. They've got that whole thing in Afghanistan going down. What's he talking about? Allowing particular dress codes for women. Some sergeant major of the Army, you know how he got there, playing the same ass silly games that Milley and all the rest of them have. All right, I better go. Y'all take care.